Welcome to this continuing series from Morgan Rees.
Versailles is the brand capital outside of Paris. The Palace of Versailles covers an area of 87,728,000 square feet, or 2,014 acres, making it the world's largest royal domain. You practically need a GPS. The Palace of Versailles required the work of approximately 3,000 people to construct the building and the grounds. There are more than 700 rooms, including 1,200 fireplaces and 60 staircases. There were more than 200 servants in the palace to serve the king. Chateau Versailles Palace Entrance Hall with grand staircase. It is estimated that approximately 5 million people visit the palace each year as tourists, and between 8 and 10 million people walk the gardens. Vestibule de la Chapelle. The King's Chambers are located on the second floor at the center of the central pavilion, which is the most ornate part of the building. The chambers lie along the axis of the sun. As the king liked to refer to himself as the Sun King, he had the habit of rising in the east just like the sun. This east-west axis gives a relatively symmetrical feel to the whole of the palace and to the gardens. Abundance Salon, a room for refreshments like coffee, wine, and liquors. Venus Salon, a room used for official business. It is next to the ambassador's staircase. Diana Salon, used for official business, and also it's next to the ambassador's staircase. King Louis XIV's day was timed to the minute. From morning to evening, his days ran like clockwork. 8:30 a.m., the first valet of the chamber woke the king up with, "Sire, it's time to get up." Members of the king's entourage, those important roles and certain friends who enjoyed the privilege of attending such moments, successfully entered the king's bedchamber, as well as the most important members of the court. The closest royal servants were allowed to watch this ceremony. The number of spectators, all male, was probably around 100. The Coronation Room. In 1833, it became a room devoted to the glory of Napoleon Bonaparte, the first consul and emperor of the French. The plan was to display the greatest paintings of his reign. To the glory of the emperor. The War Salon's overall decor depicts the victories of France. The French war victories included Germany, Spain, and Holland. The Hall of Mirrors is the most famous room in the palace. Versailles Gardens. Visitors looking through the central window in the Hall of Mirrors will see the grand perspective stretching away from the horizon. The Queen's apartments are a series of rooms whose layout is identical to that of the King's state apartments to the north. The bedchamber is the most important room in the apartments and is where the Queen spent most of her time. It is estimated that approximately 5 million people visit the palace each year as tourists, and between 8 and 10 million people walk the gardens. The gardens cover some 1,970,000 acres of land, which is landscaped in the classic French garden style. There are 200,000 trees, 210,000 plants planted annually, 50 fountains, 620 water jets fed by 22 miles of piping. I hope you enjoyed our cruise through Versailles.
If you'd like to learn more about these important concepts or any other issues that we've covered on today's show, log on to www.morganrees.com. That's morganrees.com. Thanks for listening.